That was so lovely, Phil. Thank you. So soft and nurturing and sweet and heart opening. So thank you for that as we get started. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Global Truth Center Toronto. And if you were joining us for the first time, thank you for tuning in, for bringing your consciousness to being with us this morning. We come together on Sundays, we come together in different groups, we come together in classes to celebrate the oneness, the interconnectedness of each one of us, to come to know that, as Ernest Holmes said, there is an infinite, intelligent, creative power in the universe, and it is ours to use. It is ours to use at any moment, any time when we decide to use our consciousness in an expanded way to tap into all of that creative energy. And so with that, I'm going to invite our musical guest, Phil Jacobs, to take us into our opening song. So take it away, Phil.
Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Helen. The song I'm going to share, this song, the first song is called Heartland. And talking about that place inside of us, which is infinite, boundless, and full of love. There's a place I know called Heartland. Please, won't you come and visit there? So won't you come home to Heartland? This is your home in Heartland. Once upon a time, not so long ago, in Heartland, there lived a playful golden lion cub who played all night and rested all day in Heartland. And all the games in Heartland are about love. Oh, won't you come home to Heartland? This is your home in Heartland. Sometimes I think about myself as separate from the love and truth. I end up in the land of fear, in a place where I can't hear. There's a place I know called Heartland. Please, won't you come and visit there? Oh, won't you come home to Heartland?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. What a beautiful song to start off with as our theme for the month of September is boundless. Being boundless in our minds, being boundless in our hearts, being boundless with our energy, our creativity, our capacity to grow and expand into more. And it was funny because I chose this theme thinking, going back to school, and I always had that feeling of possibility for more learning, more connection, learning something new. And I loved having my brand new package of pencils that were many, many colors. And it was like, I could create anything with those colors. And so think about, if we were to really fully pass beyond time and space, pass beyond what we are experiencing in the world of form right now, pass beyond time and space, beyond this world that, yes, is constantly changing and is going to continue constantly changing. There's uncertainty in that, absolutely. But in our minds, if we can recognize the universal consciousness of all life, which acknowledges all people, the infinite possibilities of each of us, all faiths, all sentient beings, and that we're created from the sameness, and yet we are an individual expression of this one creative energy that is of us, as us, that we call spirit. And so we come together, and I invite you to take a moment and place your hand on your heart and breathe into that beautiful, boundless heart space of yours. And to recognize the one light, the one cosmic heart, breathing into it, recognizing that still inner voice of truth that says to us in so many ways, yes, yes, I am light, I am love, I am kindness, I am goodness, I am beauty, I am wisdom, I am justice, I am truth, I am wholeness, I am boundless. Breathing into your heart space, affirming all of this. Let's rise in our minds to recognize and know each one of us is part of an infinite whole of life, life itself. And I invite you today to intentionally open your heart. Open your heart to the possibilities, to your infinite potential. Open it up, enter into it. Knowing that we can honor all that has come before us, all the learning, all the teachings, all the suffering that no longer needs to be. We can honor our ancestors, our teachers of ancient wisdom. But most importantly, to honor life in this moment. Seeing, embodying the light within you, the light within each one of us, the light that is all around us. And so recognizing that the renewal, the expansion of our mind is the key to joyous living. And so it is. And with that, Phil, I invite you to take us into our Invocation Song, which is another original song. And I'm just going to let everybody know, this morning in sound check, we were going back and forth. This one for the invocation, no, that one for the feature, until we just like, all right, we got it. And I'll also invite Margaret Ann Snyder, our practitioner of the day, to jump in at the right time, and you'll know when that is for her, not hers, but for us, her beautiful affirmative prayer. So take it away, Phil.
Thank you, Helen. This is exciting to collaborate in a song to have an invocation prayer. So thank you, Margaret Ann, for being open. The song is called I'm Your Light. And then you'll notice in most of my original songs, I'll name what it is, and then there's the transformation. So this is a song that I wrote to myself in times of, in these times, the transformational times.
Hey, you on the fence, what are you doing up there? Well, why don't you wash your face and brush back your gorgeous hair? I'll come up and meet you there, and for a while we can stare at each other's flaws and faults, unlocking them from their vaults, and give them the love that they deserve, and wonder what they will serve. 'Cause everything has a secret power, where love it blossoms like a flower. Oh hey, I'm your light, I am here to give you the right to stand up and walk your fight. You're the star that shines so bright. Oh hey, I'm your power, I am here for your final hour. I'll give you all of me so you can be all you can be. Oh hey,
Margaret Ann, you're muted.
I'm sorry. Just taking a breath, another breath into this beautiful present moment that opens up into a space wherein there is love and peace that grounds us and opens us to a place of infinite possibility. I look around me and I see love and life everywhere, the glory of the infinite divine. I see ingenious and spontaneous beauty in the eyes and in the bodies and the presence of everyone around me. I see liberating, unburdening chaos as the winds of change come and bring us into this beautiful place. Within myself and others, I see the awakenings and a deep knowing that love reveals a new possibility of self-expression. We are in this beautiful place together of change, of openness, of surrender, of being exactly who we are in this moment. So grateful for each and every person and every experience, every situation that comes and shows itself and is revealed as this loving experience to be with and to know that all is well. The full opportunity of infinitely diverse life is at hand. Within this full opportunity, there is expanding awareness of our evolution into the realization of the divine love that we are. This place of love and peace within us is where our infinite oneness, of which we are a part, is revealed. Choosing love for ourselves, love radiates out to everyone. We are one. I feel the expanding awareness of the one divine source we are, and expanding awareness of our power of choice. And our choice need have no precedent. Each choice can take us in a new direction. With our inspiration, our intuition, our love, we can choose again. With the energy of conscious choice, we open ways to heal from the inside out. In the infinite oneness of which we are part, there is boundless love, boundless caring, boundless compassion and understanding. And we are part of it. We are swept forward with it in this beautiful place of knowing that all is one, that we are this beautiful, gorgeous experience of divine love. In gratitude for each and every person and every opinion and every incident that is in my life. In gratitude for who I am and knowing who I am, I release my word with poise and with peace and with confidence, knowing that all is well. And so it is.
Thank you, Margaret Ann, and so it is.
Oh, hey, I'm your light. I am here to give you the right to stand up and walk your fight. You're the star that shines so bright. Oh, hey, I'm your power. I am here to give you the power. I'll give you all of me so you can be all you can be. Oh, hey,
That was truly exquisite from both of you. Thank you so much. What a beautiful collaboration. And Margaret Ann, I'm going to bring you on again to talk about how boundless, that this theme of boundless, being boundless, how is that percolating through you as you?
Well, I don't, this is at the beginning of the month. I don't know that I've actually embraced that whole boundless thing as yet, but it is one of the wonderful things about coming to talk with you on a Sunday morning is that I'm called to ask myself, where am I? What is really happening with me right now? And so 2 or 3 weeks ago, the display of my Zoom went pixelated. So I couldn't see myself. The other people on the calls could see me perfectly, but I was just a bunch of colorful squares to me. I was a little amazed at how much it bothered me. Was I invisible? Why was I being hidden from myself? And of course, I wasn't good enough. Yes, I went right to it. So, and I know that's a pretty big leap to take just for this little technical glitch. But when I calmed down, I just went on faith that I looked okay and was expressing well. I did try a couple of things to see if I could fix it, but to no avail. Then yesterday, I decided to really hunt for finding a setting that I could tweak to get me back. And I did it. I really felt so liberating. I noticed a real sense of self returning, a relief that yes, I was there and I could see myself. And then I asked myself, how vain is this? Why do I need to see how others see me? Why is it so important for me to see myself as I interact with others? And then I went into it a little deeper. I realized I had in fact lost some sight of myself, of who I am. I had allowed fear to creep in and to let it take up residence. So I went to work I did some inside work of opening to feel what I was feeling. I worked on forgiving myself for making the world responsible for my peace of mind. And I worked on surrendering to what is and surrendering into the highest, most peaceful feeling that I could. And then what's more, I realized I am seeing myself anew. I have made my meditation practice a little more disciplined. I have chosen to connect with more people who are of like mind and have heightened my awareness of myself in my everyday life. It was about me, replacing fear with love. And that's basically a little, I was not so little because it was kind of big for me. So I enjoyed finding all that out about myself. And there was a quote or a reading from Ernest Holmes in Science of Mind. I just came across it. I thought I'd have to say this. Hence there is one original cause out of which we are made. In other words, we are made from this thing. When we see it as it is, then we shall see ourselves as we are. We can only see it by looking at it through our own eyes.
Oh, I love the quote. And I love your willingness to go so deep into self-discovery, because once you can be boundless for the rest of the month.
Yes.
I've set you up perfectly. I love it. It's beautiful, Margaret Ann. And to know that, you are that beautiful infinite power. And I also know, so I applaud you for working out the technical glitch, because I know that's not always easy.
Always a challenge.
Yeah, but it's a great metaphor for how we can actually meet any challenge and then come to discover more about ourselves, our true selves. Yeah, thank you. I'm going to bring up our affirmation. There it is. And would you be willing to speak it out loud, and then we'll have everyone say it all together?
I would love to. I am boundless, unlimited in a world of possibilities. And please join me with this. I am boundless, unlimited in a world of possibilities. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. And so it is. It's fabulous. Oh, so Phil, I'm going to take it back over to you to now take us into our feature song, which we sorted out, which is a perfect segue into my talk. So take it away there.
Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Margaret Ann.
You mean the world to me. I hope that you can see my wishes. You are free in all the things you can be. Can you spread your wings and fly? The haters will pass you by, and you will be as you will be, flying and being free. So let it be. You are already free, but you don't know it yet. Sometimes we forget who we really are. Some take their life away, only to ease their pain that they can't rid themselves in this lifetime. Only we can save the helpless with the brave. Onwards we will go, greater we will grow. So let it be. We are already free. but we don't know it yet. And sometimes we forget who we really are. Oh, 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 so let it be. You are already free, but we don't know it yet. And sometimes we forget who we really are. Who don't know it yet. And sometimes we forget who we really are.
Oh, wonderful. I love it. Let it be. Let it be. We are already free. Sometimes we forget who we really are. I would say often we forget who we really are, and we hang on to these limitations as if and wear them and know them so intimately that we forget to let go and really experience something very, very different, partly because that's what we've been conditioned to do. So, you know, I looked up boundless, like, is there some other like really deep meaning to boundless? No, there is not. It is unlimited, immense, infinite, vast. And we often think of someone as having boundless energy, boundless enthusiasm. But aren't we also boundless, infinite in our minds as well? And we can choose to be that. We can choose. We were born boundless. A baby, an infant, does not know fear, lack, and limitation. It is definitely something that we learned and picked up along the way. So, you know, what you said, Margaret Ann, about really doing that deep search into, oh, wait a minute, what are the boundaries that I have created and the limitations I've placed on myself based in fear? Based in fear, which will become a habit. They just become a normalized way of being. And to let go of the limitations. Well, let me ask you this. Are you willing? Are you willing to let go of the limitations, to let go of the no's, to let go of the I can't, or it's too hard, or it'll never work, and, you know, all that stuff, and step into something greater than you've ever known before? So I have a great story. It's not my story. I'm totally stealing it from Linda Visosky. And I told her I was going to use it. We were out for dinner last night with another friend, and we were at Paka on the patio, and then some other friends of ours were also having dinner. And Linda, as you know, or if you don't know, she is a master knitter. She does incredible shawls, and I don't know, she knits everything, whatever, you know, all those things that you knit. I'm not a knitter. And so Linda was knitting a shawl for a friend of ours. And Linda also has great style. So if you know Linda, you know that about her. So Linda had gone to this friend and said, I'm knitting this shawl for you, and I'm going to put fringe on it. And immediately our other friend said, no, don't want fringe. And so Linda said, well, I'm putting it on part of it, and then you decide, because I think the fringe really adds to the shawl. And this friend of ours was like, no, I'm not going to like it. Linda also has a lot of conviction and determination. And she said, I'm putting it on and then you decide. So she showed our friend the shawl with some of the fringe and our friend was like, oh my God, this is beautiful. Put the fringe on. So we were talking last night because Linda also brought the completed shawl and gave it to this other friend of ours at the other table. And she's wearing it on the patio. And it was phenomenal. It truly is a piece of work, piece of art, Linda. And it was a lot of work for you. I get that. But we were reflecting and saying, why do we automatically say no to something different? Why are we so conditioned to stay in our little box and automatically and defensively put up boundaries? And it's such a big thing. Oh, I need healthy boundaries around this. I need to set up boundaries around this thing or that experience or with this person. But if we were really, truly connected to who we are, which is limitless, expansive, and boundless, if we were connected to spirit, we wouldn't have to set up boundaries because spirit is boundless. Spirit is constantly expanding, evolving, growing, moving. And we're the ones that try to put limitations on that. I have an Ernest Holmes quote. Everything necessary to the full and complete expression of the most boundless experience of joy is mine now. I'm going to invite you to say that with me because then you can own it and take it on as your own affirmation. Everything necessary to the full and complete expression of the most boundless experience of joy is mine now. It is within us, as us. It is the source and substance of who we are. It's all there. But we all are guilty of putting up those boundaries, those limitations, and living from them. And what if we didn't have to? What if we said, yes, I'm open. I'll try it on. I'll see if it feels joyful. Certainly our girlfriend that tried on the shawl with the fringe that she originally said no to was very joyful about this shawl. So again, it's opening ourselves up and saying yes. Mark Nepo also has another great quote. I love Mark Nepo. He is one of the deepest, most beautiful souls on this planet. And his writing is just, it's like diving into soft butter and just feeling all that ooey gooey warmth all around you. And so in his book of Awakening, The Life You Want by Being Present to the Life You Have, he says this: the glass blower knows, while in the heat of beginning, any shape is possible. Once hardened, the only way to change is to break. I'm going to say it one more time. The glass blower knows, while in the heat of beginning, any shape is possible. Once hardened, the only way to change is to break. How have we become hardened in our ways of thinking and being? And what limitations of your mind are you ready to break so that you can experience anything your heart desires, any dream you have for your life, any new experience your heart desires? And you know, I would suggest start by thinking of a time in your history when you did feel boundless, when you felt like you could do anything. And it's funny because I was talking to somebody and I said, yeah, you know, in my teenage years, when I was 16, especially when I started driving, freedom and working, I felt like I could do anything. I felt like the world was my oyster and that there were no limitations to what I could do. And I gave myself, even at the age of 17, some really cool experiences. When I was 16, I wanted to parachute. I was working at my dad's, I was working at the Edmonton Industrial Airport. That was my first, it wasn't my first job, but it was my first like kind of real grown up job. And I was working as a receptionist in the hangar and meeting all these amazing people and pilots. And well, there's pilot stories that are for another time, but I decided I wanted to parachute. And my parents wouldn't sign the consent form. They're like, no way, you're 16. We are not signing that consent form. So, but the next summer, when I turned 17, I went to them and said, sign the consent form, please. And it was with the Canadian Forces Base. So this was like, I was 17, so it would have been in 1978. And so that was with the old round parachutes, not the nice canopy ones that are much lighter. And I was about 95 pounds. I still had tons of hair. I think it was permed at the time, so it was really big. And I went to the Canadian Forces Base and did the training. And you had to jump off these enormously high platforms, learning to roll and tuck, and so that when you hit the ground, it's with the canopies now, you can just sort of run. But in the old days, you had to tuck and roll over your shoulder and your hips and everything in order to not injure yourself. So this is what I did. So that summer, I was the first one out of the plane, ready for this incredible experience. The funny thing was I actually knew the pilot who was flying the plane because he was one of the pilots that worked for my dad. And there was a group of us, and this pilot said, so do you want to fly on the roof a little bit? And he went with the plane and down and up. And of course, your stomach goes down and then up. And I loved it. I was fearless. And then you had to get out on the wing. Nobody's with you. And you get yourself out on the wing at 3,000 feet and you push off back into the arch. And you only have a few seconds in the arch before you have to start counting in order to actually pull the chute yourself and then look up and check to make sure that your chute has opened. And then there's this moment of complete freedom. You're up in the sky and everything's okay. And you have there were toggles to turn. And of course, you were supposed to try and land at a certain place. So you would use the toggles to kind of guide your chute in and then get to know when you were about to hit the ground in order to tuck in onto your shoulder and then roll over on your hips. So hopefully with the chute behind you, then landing on the ground, which for me was always fine. But that moment of being up in the sky by yourself, nobody's there, And it was complete boundlessness. Like, because it was so beautiful to look out across the vista of the farms and the land, but also it was like, it's just all me. It's all me. I did it. Nobody else did it for me. I did this amazing experience that gave me this feeling that I can do anything. So talking about living in a thought atmosphere at the time of infinite possibilities, it was such a great feeling. And when I think back on that experience and the courage that I had and the excitement and the feeling of limitlessness, it was like, okay, I can recreate that feeling internally at any time to create this thought atmosphere that enables us to activate our own inner capacity to create whatever it is we desire to create. And for me, I mean, yes, I was far more adventurous in my late teens and early 20s. I don't want to go jump out of an airplane anymore. I'm good with that. I'd like other experiences, but I'm good with that one. But any experience that we want to have in our life, whether it's a relationship or community or living in this atmosphere of, I have infinite possibilities, that there's a color palette in the world and I get to choose what color I want to experience in this day. Remember, the thought atmosphere, and I talked a little bit about this last week, it is the mental atmosphere in which we live in, which is the direct result of our own conscious and unconscious thought and emotional patterns, which shows up in our experience. We are constantly communicating with the quantum field through our thoughts and feelings. Our thoughts are energy, but they do not create change. First of all, we do change our thoughts, yes. But you can think of all the positive thoughts you want. That is not going to give you a different result in your life. An intentional thought needs a catalyst. It needs an energizer known as elevated emotions, so that the heart and mind are working together. Feelings and thoughts unified into a state of being. And that's what it means to live in a thought atmosphere of manifestation. We have to feel it and think it, conceive it, and allow that to connect simultaneously and embody it on a cellular level. And that's why people get really frustrated. It's like, well, I'm changing my thoughts. It's not enough. We need to embody this. Because when we combine an elevated emotion with an open heart and a conscious intention of thought, we signal the atmosphere of potentiality and possibility to respond in amazing ways. One of the hardest things for us to do is clear out all those old limitations of thoughts and feelings on the cellular level. Yeah, we can do it. We can think, oh, no, I'm not going to think that thought. I'll think something different. But if it is living in us as us, we need to move it out. Move it out. Because, again, it's not about what do we want, not just what we want. That would be our ego. So last night, our friend said to me, on your 70th birthday, you can have a shawl. You can get Linda to knit a shawl or wool. You know, there's a group of us that hang out and now we're giving shawls to our friends that are turning 70. I'm like, okay, thinking, No. I prefer a Prada bag. Really, honestly, skip the shawls. Shawls don't look that, the heavy things don't look that good around me. Just my body shape. But it's like I might not get that Prada bag, but I will get what I am being. And so, what do I want to be? I want to be more loving, peaceful, gracious, abundant, prosperous, open-minded, curious. And then let it all show up, including maybe the perfect shawl for me. It's very fine. It's got that, Linda? Because I know she's listening. So, to let go of the limitations in our mind is an act of courage. I invite you to find your courage, to awaken to what your possibilities are and how truly boundless you are. It's just like the journey of the lion in the Wizard of Oz looking for courage. He doesn't understand that courage means acting in the face of fear. The cowardly lion represented our inner child that must discover who he truly is, that he is, in fact, brave, courageous, and so much more. He's boundless. But the lion in the Wizard of Oz doubts himself until he realizes, the courage was there all along. And that's what we need to do, is recognize that the courage, the possibilities, the boundlessness is all within us. And as we integrate our mind, our body, and our soul with the universal mind, a conscious unification of who we truly are, then we live from that place of boundlessness. And so, when we transform our mind, we understand that God is not out there bestowing something upon us, and we don't look at the external circumstances. We look inwards at the reality within and understand that we are a part of this infinite consciousness, and that we are participating in the mystery, the unfolding of love and expansion. The idea of participating in goodness and the continual unfolding of universal love and possibility, creativity, something new, that's exciting. And so can you actively choose that for yourself? Can you choose that and know, really know, that when you are in that alignment with the consciousness of the universe, you're supported in benevolence and love, because there is no separation. And this is where hope comes in. Because when we are hope-filled for something different, and we do need hope, along with faith, trust, clarity, justice, peace, and love, hope can move us into a place of knowing and being versus collapsing and becoming a victim to our circumstances. Hope holds us able. It holds us able so that we rise above, we transcend the circumstances of what is happening in the world of form, to rise above the fear and to engage our courageous nature that for some of us may have been dormant for a while. And I invite you to open that up this month. Just step into that boundless energy that you are, and to know that your life is not about you. you are about life, about this boundless, infinite, creative, intelligent energy that you are. For you are unlimited. Namaste. You are unlimited. And so thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in, for listening. And and I'll just say, so I got this note from Linda. We'll come up with something different for you, Helen. She'll knit something different. We have plenty of time. Yes, you have 10 years to come up with something different to knit for me. See, that's boundless. There's something possible. I love it. Thank you, Linda. All righty. I am going to bring up our affirmative giving. This month, we are once again giving to the Red Door Family Shelter. And so I invite you to say this giving affirmation with me. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give to my spiritual center, I recognize I am the flow of abundance that I share with life. As I give, I receive. And so it is. And know that Margaret Ann will be available for a spiritual mind treatment and affirmative prayer to know the truth for you. And so all you have to do is be boundless and receive from Margaret Ann. And you can call her at 416-696-6846. And Wednesday, September 29th, Consciousness Studies starts. And Unit 1 is the power of mind. So the text will be the science of mind and breaking the habit of being yourself, which I've already started rereading, because I did read it once, but now with the idea of what goes into class. So, which is, as I'm reading this book and then reading Science of Mind, it's like, oh my God, it is the perfect marriage of, I want to say ancient wisdom, which really makes Ernest Holmes. Well, how about this? How about I say mystic wisdom from our foundational learning. And then Joe Dispenza, who's just like this incredibly brilliant quantum scientist. So you can sign up for that on our website. Yes, I will be speaking with Rick Tamlin on September 21st. For those of you who don't know who Rick is, he is the Hay House author of The Bigger Game. He also has a new program and he will tell you about it, and you will be able to sign up for a nominal fee. I think I did his workshop, 3-day workshop, and it was $69. Produce You. And wow, I'm taking it again. He's amazing. He is one of the most incredible facilitators I have ever witnessed, and very conscious. So I'm looking forward to our conversation. So you can watch that on Zoom or Facebook Live. And then, yes, I will be sending the recording out as well. And then Spirit Breath, again, great way to open up your consciousness at 8 a.m. or 12 p.m. I missed one. Where's Ricky? Come back here. There she is. Yes, that's on Thursday, the 24th at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. And that is Dr. James Mellon's interview with singer-songwriter Ricky Byers. And we're all, if you've been in this New Thought movement, you're familiar with her incredible music, and what an incredible soul she is as well. And then, I'm going to ask you to please go to Google Global Truth Center Toronto, and there's a place to leave us a review. Now, Google is really valuable in terms of proliferating and people credibility, people getting to know a business. So if you would leave us a review on Google, and if you are on YouTube, to leave a review on YouTube, that would be greatly appreciated. And of course, always check us out on our social media sites. And then I want to say a big thank you, Phil. I so adore you. I just love how you show up. I love who you are. I love your music. Thank you for being with us today. And Margaret Ann, thank you for your beautiful, beautiful prayer, as well as your inspiring words. You're just wonderful. Thank you. And thank you to all of you for showing up. Thank you for being here on this gorgeous Sunday. It's all clearing out here in Toronto, which is nice. And I will see you all in 2 weeks. Reverend Fred Wimette will be our guest speaker next week. So check out Fred. He's always a delight and has such incredible energy. He is one who has boundless energy. And so you can look forward to hearing Reverend Fred talk next week. And then I will see you in 2 weeks. So with that, Phil, you're going to take us out with your closing song, which is the perfect closing song we established in our sound check this morning.
Beautiful. Thank you, Helen.
And Phil, do you want to say a few words about this song? Because it's, when you were talking about the meaning of it, I was like, this is brilliant.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Sometimes I forget. So thanks for the reminder. It's beautiful. We all go through transformational times, and I had one of my pivotal transformational times about 3 years ago. And this song came to me, and I wrote a few songs, but this one's called "I Can't Live Without Your Love Anymore," and this is my spirit talking to my body. These lyrics that came through. So when you're hearing the lyrics, it sounds like it's a relationship with someone else, but this is my spirit talking to my body. Here we go. And it's like, please, can we just get along?
Hey, I want to find my way home. I feel so alone in my head. So instead I find my love inside. My longing heart aches for you to be by my side. Oh, I can't live without your love anymore. And I won't live without your heart anymore. When I look out through your eyes, my heart beats so hard inside. Arms wide open, deep embracing, loving, holds my heart out in the light. And I realize, oh, I can't live without your love anymore. And I won't live without your heart anymore. Ooh, hey. your love anymore. And I won't live without your heart anymore. And I won't live without your love anymore. I won't live without your love anymore.
Thank
We
you.
just all feel thank you, and let us all just commit that, we're all going in deep into that love that's within us, around us, through us, and as us, and so that we live this boundless life. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Have a beautiful, beautiful Sunday. Many blessings. Namaste. Bye for now.